Hello everybody, welcome to Deluxe Collectibles, and today we're going to be doing my reaction and review for LEGO Ninjago Season 12, Episode 12, Stop, Drop, and Side Scrolls. So if you would like to see my full reaction to this episode, then be sure to go down below where you'll be able to click on a link leading you over to Google Photos where you'll be able to view my full uncut reaction to the episode, and then once you're done watching that, you can feel free to come back over to YouTube and watch the review here, which will be spoiler filled of course, and that's what we're going to get into right now. So this episode was fantastic. I really enjoyed it. Now that we're getting to the end of the season here, things are getting more and more intense, and of course in the previous episode we saw Kai and Cole both wind up losing all of their lives, and that just lowered the numbers of the ninja in the group. So now it's definitely more challenging on them because they don't have as many of them to rely on, and of course they don't really have Okino or Racer 7 anymore, so they're kind of left on their own here. So they basically wind up going to what is kind of the final bunch of levels here, and to get the third Kitana, and basically the first level is a side-scrolling level, hence the title of the episode, and they wind up going through that, and Nia winds up losing one of her lives, Jay winds up losing one of his, and Lloyd as well, so they all wind up getting down to only one life left, so it definitely rises the intensity of it, and they think that it's just kind of a limitless level, or they go through the side-scrolling part of it, then they get to an endless level section where they're basically just jumping up and you just keep going up and up, and Jay's like, this could be an infinite level here, so hopefully it doesn't wind up being that, and they wind up finding basically a power-up block or a mystery block that gives, and Nia winds up grabbing it, and she winds up getting the ability of Air Jitsu, which was really cool to see a return for Air Jitsu within this moment here, or Cyclone Do, as she says when she lifts off, and she winds up taking Lloyd and Jay with her, of course, because they're like, you can leave us behind, and as long as one of us gets through this level, then at least it's better than none of us. But of course she winds up grabbing them, bringing them all up, and then they reach the final boss level, and this boss level is really cool because it kind of takes like a fighting game similar to like a Mortal Kombat sort of style, I suppose you could say. It's not obviously the exact same, but it's a similar sort of idea there in a fighting game, any fighting game to be honest, and they wind up having to pick one of them to be the fighter for it, and Lloyd winds up volunteering himself, and what was really cool was that you get to see a screen for a second where it's kind of choosing the fighter, and one of the options is like Garmadon, one of them seems to be Asphira, so there's quite a few options there, but it winds up being Harumi, and I think that was a fantastic choice. I kind of forgot that Harumi was included in one of the sets, and what's funny is it's one of the sets that I do own. I think it's the Gamer Market, I'm pretty sure, and it was just so cool to see the return of her character. Of course, not the actual Harumi, but still acting like Harumi, and that's what kind of throws Lloyd off, is of course she's kind of being a little bit deceiving to him, kind of trying to convince him that she's the real Harumi and that she doesn't have too much time left. So of course it's all just a ploy to kind of trap Lloyd and defeat him within this fight. So Lloyd winds up basically being able to find out that she's not the real Harumi by asking her what did they do on the first time they went out together, and of course the thing that they actually did was wind up going out and feeding the poor, but Harumi just takes a bunch of random guesses, and this of course tells Lloyd that she's not the actual Harumi, so he winds up just fighting her full on, but the fight winds up ending in basically a draw, I suppose you could say, but they both wind up losing, and Lloyd gets cubed, so that really sucks. So now we're only down to Jay and Nia, which honestly I was expecting Jay to of course be one of the final ninja to be left because this is kind of Jay's season, but it's nice that they're pairing him along with Nia as well. I think that's a good pairing nav for sure. So I think that that's just really cool. I'm very excited to see where this winds up going, because I assume now they're going to be able to hopefully go and try to face Unagami or try to prevent him from opening this portal. So we're going to have to see how that kind of plays into it, and they also have to meanwhile rescue everybody who's been cubed. So it's going to be intense. I can't wait to see what winds up happening, and also if maybe Okino winds up returning once again to help them, or Racer 7 even. I'll be very curious. Maybe the League of Jays could even wind up helping if all the gamers kind of unite together, since they don't have the ninja to help them really. They can kind of get all the gamers together to fight this foe. So I think it could have some really cool possibilities. So I'm really excited to see where they take it in the next episode. But this episode was great. Honestly, a 5 out of 5 for me. It was fantastic. fantastic. Love seeing the return of Harumi. The fights were really intense within it, and I just like seeing how they kind of had a big compilation of different games kind of worked into this one episode. So yeah, just overall a fantastic episode. Be sure to let me know your thoughts on the episode down below in the comment section, and leave a like on the video, please, if you did enjoy. I would really appreciate the support, and also if you want to see future LEGO Ninjago reaction videos on the channel, be sure to subscribe. That's the best way to do so. But thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. I will see you all next time, and always remember, keep on collecting.